this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Up first, Kingmaker from Canada. Up against them, the Ogre from Scotland.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
So now let's go in.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Canada, wearing the white trunks with red trim, Kingmaker. Fighting out of the blue corner from Scotland, wearing the white trunks trimmed with white, the Ogre.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. A perfect counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Counter punches have to hurt. She misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's fight night, and as you can see, it is night as we fight under the stars for this big, highly anticipated main event.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Counter shot by her. Jab misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more animated. They've got to inspire her.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Back, nice round, great round. That was amazing. Okay, all we need to do now is refocus, take our minute.
Here we go, it's round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Solid punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Counter punch. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. He wasn't ready for that counter. Nice counter shot by her. Putting up the high guard to protect his face, but his body's open. She catches and counters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. This fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if her trainer is going to give her some advice here.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
She's still the next round's in good.
Switched off completely.
Be focused. Do what you do.
And there's the bell to start round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
The jab not finding its target. Tough to be a judge of this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. She misses with the jab. Beautiful counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables. On to the 4th we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Can't land the jab there. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Back and forth they go. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. They're both trying for a knockout. A A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Now I need you to go back out.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punching. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The courage on display here is incredible. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment this is. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
She blocks the jab. Misses with that jab. Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice counter. Well, this round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be.
Here we go in the sixth round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
She got clipped by that counter. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Nice counter shot. She scores with that counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The corner can't be happy with the way things are going for her right now.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Can't land that jab. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. The straight right just misses. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. A perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How about that time counter shot? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
That counter shot lands. Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swing and a miss with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different game plan, something to turn this thing around.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Great round. Now relax.
And there's the bell to start round 9. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get up.
And down goes Kingmaker. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
She got clipped by that counter. The straight right just misses. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
I've got to see that again.
Well, she's got to find some answers after being dropped twice in that last round. I don't know if she can do it.
There's always a way.
And there's the bell for round 10. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
She got clipped by that counter. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Hook misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Holding nothing back here in the round. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Now I need you to go back out. I need you to win.
Here's the 11th. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick... Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
It's another scoring shot. We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect...
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.
Are you all right? Get out of here.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest...